com. So we're just getting back from a crazy week of weather where it was very cold. Like, I don't think any of us like that. Uh, you may remember that Luke wasn't here last week. He actually showed up at the very end of the stream. We got a message saying that he was arriving around like 11:05, and we were just like, wow. How long did that trip take you? Like 4 hours?
It took me 4 hours to get from the 401 in Young to Young and Young.
That is absolutely crazy. It's just been brutal the last couple days, but today it's beautiful and it's warm out, and I didn't have to wear a scarf or anything like that, and I felt great because wearing scarves is like wearing ties. You just kind of get strangled by them. All right, so how are you all today?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
Looking forward to chasing down these pretender crabs and exacting some justice.
Some justice.
Yes.
All right, cool. How about you, Luke?
Pretty good.
Good. And Alex, how are you doing, Mr. Producer?
Working.
All right, so
set audio levels.
setting audio levels. Okay, that's an important thing. So if you're live with us in chat today, let us know how the audio levels are. Make sure they're coming in nice and clear. We have some special stuff to also give away today.
Ooh, giveaway.
Yes, we're doing a giveaway today. You may notice that our unicorn player Petra is not here, and that is because she is taking a much-needed vacation. So we hope she's out there having fun in that, and we'll be happy to see her next week.
If we don't kill her.
Well, why would you kill her?
I'm not saying we would.
Oh,
I'm saying if.
Yeah. If she happens to die in combat in the game this week,
We will mourn you.
Yeah.
It'll be sad.
So I think she would probably kill me before she would even do anything to any of you guys.
So what are we giving away?
So we're actually giving. So if you see in front of me here, there's some Legend of the Five Rings D10s. Now these were for the 4th edition role-playing game because we use these beautiful D12s and D6s in the new system. But, just because we're using this dice for this system doesn't mean that you cannot enjoy some clan dice of your own for if you're playing one of the older systems, like either 1st all the way through 4th, then these are a fantastic thing. So we're going to tell you how you can win these a little bit later on. But for now, we're going to hop right into the story of where we were. Luke, we caught you up before the show today, and your decision was to go off with the rest of the party on the chase for these 4 crab warriors and the witness to the crime.
Yes.
So we're still traveling through the streets of Ryoko Owari, and from here on, you guys can decide which quarter you want to take. The map is right in front of you there. The viewers at home can see it on the screen, I believe, Mr. Producer? Yeah, they will in a second. So, you guys can discuss on how you want to travel through the city to chase it. The direction you presume that you're going based off of information is the crab are actually heading towards the wall, which is to the south of you guys.
Are they headed? Were we told they were headed to the wall or headed to Crablands?
Well, Crablands, but I mean Crablands is the wall.
Sure,
Right?
but the wall's on the other side of the Crablands.
Yeah.
So
They're heading towards Crablands if you want to be super specific.
Yeah, I think we do. If we want to chase them, we have to know specifically where they are.
Well, no, you don't have to know specifically. It's not called, here's their exact location, why don't you just go right there and meet up with them?
Where's the GPS?
That'd be fun. That'd be great. That'd be easy.
Yeah, but this isn't easy.
Well,
this isn't easy mode.
I mean, hold on. Ryoko Owari is in what clan's lands?
It is Scorpion. It is controlled by the Scorpion.
Okay, so, I mean, eventually, so they have to travel through Ryoko Owari, and then presumably all the other lands to get to Crabland.
I'd have to actually look at a larger thing of Rokugan, which I'm just going to do right now.
Crablands are in the southwest, so it's presumed that no matter where we are in Rokugan proper, they would be headed south and west, or some combination, or half of that at least.
Right, but I'm just thinking if there's some weird finger of Crabland that somehow manages to stab into the heart of the...
No. Crablands are all along the edge. We're not very good at keeping our house in order because we're too busy devoted to protecting.
So if you turn to page
everywhere.
19 in your book,
Yeah.
right, there's a map here. Now, Scorpion Lands are kind of just to the northeast, just under. So if you look at the Rokugan banner on the left-hand side, you just look over, and there is the Scorpion Lands. Now, the Crablands is more centralized, and as you see down here, there's a large wall that starts in the northwest and goes all the way down to the southeast near Hida Castle.
So if they head towards the wall, they head southwest. And we have a choice of whether we're going to go through the forest or if we're going to try to go around it. Now, we left on foot, so I'd imagine they probably want to go through the trees. I don't know. What do we know about the surrounding area? Who would be the expert there?
Oh, you probably have to find a local.
Okay.
So we're in the City of Lies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks to me like they would probably put the river down. Seems to be the easiest way.
That depends on how well traveled the river is.
Well, we should probably ask around best.
Yes.
Ryuki, what do you know about this area?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Not from this area.
Okay. So we want to gather some information.
Okay.
I will ask anyone that I think that looks knowledgeable. I guess there wouldn't be any travel agents, right?
Oh no, travel agents are definitely not a thing.
Tavern.
Taverns?
Seeing as, people need the permission of a magistrate to travel.
So we're the travel agents.
Well, you're not the travel agents. You guys issue, as part of your decree, you guys issue travel documents for merchants and like citizens, etc.
So we're basically the CBSA.
Yeah. Except you're probably a little bit nicer.
All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to head towards the tavern and see if I can gather some information about traveling routes to the south and into Crabland.
Okay.
What are you guys going to do?
Let you do that.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try and start following these people, or at least moving in the general direction that they seem to be moving in.
Yeah, it's probably a good plan.
Oh, I'll catch up then, I guess. Hopefully.
We'll leave messages so that you can. You don't have to spend time hunting for us.
So if you actually just look at the map, if you want to just tell me the location you want to be in, we can start off from there.
Okay, so
First things first. Is the top of that map north?
Yes, the top of that map is north.
okay,
Not always a given thing.
right.
No, that is true.
So I guess we start. I guess we start somewhere along the Bay of Drowned Honor, because that seems to be where.
Is there a number code there?
L2 is the bay.
How about we just head out down the road?
Well, I mean, we don't know that they didn't use the river to travel.
The crabs not mantis?
They couldn't have fired a boat.
The crabs I don't think they can swim in all that armor.
Well, that's probably fair. You'd think crabs being aquatic, they'd be better at this.
Maybe.
No, the mantis water.
Which makes no sense at all.
I was gonna say mantis don't swim.
I
Anyway,
mean, technically neither do. I mean, crabs do, but not really. They are crustaceans, so they're bottom dwellers anyways.
Yeah, crabs sink to the bottom and walk along.
Yeah.
okay, fine.
And when you catch them, you just eat them up like with delicious garlic butter.
Okay, so in that case, then they probably used one of the two bridges across the river, given that they have to go south and west.
Okay.
So either L16 or L10.
All right.
And I'm just gonna go for any tavern near where we left off last time, or on the way that direction. So I guess I'm probably headed towards L7 or L9. Looks like.
So the Civil Hall and L9, you said?
Yeah, I'm headed towards the gate. There must be
which
there must be
gate?
the gate is numbered L10.
L10, so the
assuming-
Dragon's Gate. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm assuming that there's got to be some taverns near the Dragon's Gate.
The Dragon's Gate. Sounds so ominous when you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it good that you have a dragon with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, I gave you guys a map book. So, in your map book, it'll tell you, it tells you characters and it gives you location details, right? So L10 is the Dragon's Gate. This gate and its tower are the headquarters to the Thunder Guard. Along with the towers of the Eyes, this is the center of the Thunder Guard operations. Banners from the roof-mounted flagpole direct elite lightning squads. This tower also contains a number of basilisks and catapults.
Ballistas?
It says basilisks here, but it's probably ballistas because it's a spelling mistake.
Well, Basilisk is a style of ballista.
Okay.
You guys are both right.
And so it's basically an encampment for the city's guard. So what would you like to do in this area?
Well, like I said, I'm looking for a tavern. There's
Okay,
got to be someplace nearby where people, travelers of the road or the river, stop.
absolutely, there's taverns nearby. There's taverns almost in every section of the thing, except maybe around the wharfs, where it's more trade or anything like that. So inside you do find a tavern. It is called the Owlway Inn.
Okay.
Now,
I can't believe you're going to a tavern again.
the taverns, all the taverns.
No, I can't believe you're going to a tavern again after what happened to you last time.
It's been a day. It's fine.
Sure.
It's been a day. Alright, so you arrive in the tavern. I'm guessing that all of you are going into the tavern as well.
Really?
I think they said they wanted to go on their
He's
way.
going elsewhere.
And
you
where
know,
are you going?
I thought this was urgent and I didn't think we had time to go to a pub.
Okay.
There you go. Where's Ryusei?
Well, so this is basically the main way to get out of the southwestern portion of the city, correct?
Yes.
So presumably, given that the Thunder Guard are controlling entry and exit from the city, we could ask them if 4 crabs and a person walked by?
Makes sense.
There you go.
But let's do Honorable Hida-san and the pub first.
Sure.
Pub crawl.
We're going for a pub crawl. What time is it?
I believe when we last left off, it was just in the early afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
And I'm sure that does not apply at all to a feudal society. You know, these people were like, hey, it's 7 a.m. Let's have some wine. Let us all take a lesson from Cersei Lannister.
All right. So I'm going to head to the pub. Galway Tavern. What do I see?
You walk inside into the tavern, and inside there is a counter to your immediate left. It's made out of this beautiful lacquered bamboo. There are several large pillows seated in front of it, so people are sitting down. Again, the bar itself is not high off the ground. Everybody's kind of sitting at like seated level. There is a large pit in the middle which has a fire going.
Okay. Are there any patrons in there right now?
There are a few patrons in there right now. There appears to be a gentleman in the back center behind the fire pit who's has a bottle but is kind of passed out on the table that he is at.
Nice. Anybody wearing any livery or clan tokens that I would recognize?
So if you actually took a look at the sign that's out front, it specifically states that you must be wearing neutral colors in order to enter this area.
Okay. I picked the wrong bar.
Well, kind of.
I don't think you picked the wrong bar. I just think, you know, they want to be like, you know, everybody is somebody here. It's not necessarily always about your clan.
As I probably knocked the dust of the road off of my crab brooch.
Yeah.
You're in your armor, aren't you?
I am always in my armor.
Yes.
That is a question of like your character's breathing, right? And
Yes,
yes.
is your character? Yes, your character.
Yes, and he's in his armor. This is known. Okay, so
This is known.
So I'm assuming that there is a serving girl or a bartender or someone.
In fact, there is a couple servers walking around, and there is a hostess behind the bar. Yes.
Right, that's the person I want to talk to.
Okay. So as you approach the bar, a woman with dark brown hair, very pale skin, and very bright blue eyes greets you with a smile and says, "Honored Magistrate, how can I help you today?"
I'm looking for someone.
Ah. A description, perhaps?
And I described the witness and her 4 guards. Well, that she's accompanied with 4 guards because we don't actually know what they look like.
Okay. She thinks about it for a moment. She goes, "I don't think I've seen anybody like that today. But there is an old man who sits across the street and makes origami all day long.
Okay.
So he may have seen something."
Okay, so I'll speak to him in a moment, but I'm new to your lands, and I'm wondering how it is that a crab would get home from here.
Ah. Well, you would pass through the Dragon's Gate and continue southwest until you reach the Crablands, which is very. You'll notice as soon as you see it. I'm sure.
Well, I'm familiar with my own lands. My question is, how is the road?
Treacherous?
Are there many dangers upon it?
Absolutely.
What about the river?
The mantis control most of the river, so unless you're transporting, you know, lots of goods and that, they tend to leave you alone.
So it's safer.
From a certain point of view, yes.
I see. Are the mantis not to be trusted?
I don't speak idly of those things.
I see. Okay. If I were in a great hurry, would I be more inclined to take the river or to take the road? Which would be the fastest way to the wall?
Probably the river.
I see. And how does one acquire a boat in the city of Ryoko Owari?
You can go down to the wharfs and to the docks and acquire a boat there, You may purchase a boat from one of the many Mantis traders that are there.
Any recommendations?
None that I can think of.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go find the old guy outside. Maybe pass these guys.
Right, and so we'll go over to you guys. What would you like to be doing?
Nothing. I'm waiting for someone to. This is urgent. Yes. They've either gone southwest down the road or down the river.
Yes.
So, as I said before, we can get a magistrate to ride down the road. Find out. They're probably going to be on foot.
Why don't you do that then?
I thought I did at the end of the last session.
There you go.
You've sent a message. Yes. Luke.
So I will go up to the gate guards, greet them. Honorable Thunder Guard.
Magistrate.
I am here on a matter of some delicacy.
As all magistrate business usually is, how may we assist you today?
In your duties as guards of this fine gate, have you noticed a woman, and I'll describe the witness, in the company of 4 crab bodyguards pass through in the last 12 hours or so?
We came on watch duty at 11 this morning, so you would have to actually go to the tower to speak with probably one of the guards that was on previous duty. His name is Ide Nakada.
So you haven't seen anybody like that since the start of your shift then?
No, not at the start of our shift.
Well, it was important when we showed up at the scene. It was relayed to us that they left early in the morning.
Ah, okay.
So we were some hours late already.
Right, okay.
And that was a few hours back from now.
All right.
About another hour or so has passed.
Okay. I will thank the guards for their time and allow them to get back to work.
They thank you and they do go back to standing duty.
Okay.
Now, as for your message that you had sent off back to the magistrate's headquarters, you get a messenger back.
Wait. We were at the magistrate's headquarters to pick up some horses, and I sent off a magistrate down the southwest road.
That's what I'm getting to. Yes. Thank you.
I thought you just said I sent a magistrate from the crime scene to the headquarters.
No. So the messenger comes back, and he cannot find a trail of them anywhere. However, he does bring message from one of the unicorn courtiers, and Chiho is summoned to their home for a special duty. So she is gone. She takes her orders from there and goes for special duty. Now, as for the magistrate who comes back and talks to you, it is a fellow crane named Doje Sukamara. He's an older gentleman, very bald, and he has a reputation, even amongst your own clan, of how he presents himself as a magistrate. He's been a magistrate actually for many, many years, and It has been described that he has a cat-like smile. He behaves in public more like a scorpion than a crane. So very secretive, smiles very slyly, stuff like that.
I didn't know there was a difference.
There is a
Between a
difference.
crab and a scorpion? No, there's no difference.
Or the crane and the scorpion. There's no difference.
We're all servants of the Emperor.
All servants of the Emperor. All right, so he says that he can assist you in the hunt if you so wish, and if not, then he's going back on his own duties that he was assigned.
Of course, it would be most. 25. What's the best word? Gracious of you.
Okay. So then then you and him start traveling from the magistrate's office. If you do you want to meet up with your other magistrates, or do you wish to travel with Sukumara on your own?
I'll find the other magistrates.
All right. So you have your information. You're going to go speak to the gentleman out front,
Yes.
and is there any particular way you want to approach this gentleman?
Directly.
Directly, okay. So you see this old gentleman sitting out front on a large futon. Around him are beautiful origami cranes, crabs, scorpions, and in fact, it looks like all of the clans are represented through his art.
Neat. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what's the total for the 12?
I don't allow my appreciation for his skill to drag me from my responsibilities. I walk right up to him and I say, "I'm looking for someone," and the owner of the tavern across the street told me you might know something.
She is such a sweet lady. So tell me, who are you looking for?
And I described the witness and her armed guard of crab and samurai.
Ah, yes. Well, I did see some crab head towards the docks.
How many were there?
I'm not quite sure if I remember correctly. And he kind of looks at you and gives you this sly smile. Perhaps a small donation for my art, and I might remember where they are.
So, after that, extract with the banners to climb up.
I heard about people like you on the wall.
Unless you have a spell position.
Are you a fellow crab?
Yes. It's very observant of you. Clearly you're wise.
Terry will make a con save on golden up, but
And you were impetuous.
How much, old man?
A small donation. Perhaps you would like a small crane to carry in your pocket. Or this beautiful crab to hold close to your heart.
I already have a small crane I have to put up with all the time. I'll take the crab. How much for the crab?
2 zini.
Done.
Excellent. Anyways, to answer your question, they were heading towards the docks. There were about 4 of them. Now, at this time, I did not see a young lady with them, but they seemed to be traveling rather urgently. In fact, one of them dropped this small coin purse, which was unfortunately empty. But that happens when you're in a hurry.
May I see it?
Absolutely. He reaches inside of his robe and he pulls out this small little coin purse. It's made of leather, and there is in fact a crane, not a crane, a crab emblem stitched into it.
Does the purse look new or old?
The purse looks well used,
Right.
so it's easily a very old purse.
There's no like name on it or anything incriminating. It's just a crab.
No, there's nothing incriminating on it. It's just a small little bag.
All right. So I return the bag and I say to him, "So sorry, how many were there? 4? Did you say? How many did you see?
Yes, 4.
And where and what time did this happen?
Oh, it was early this morning, sometime around 8 a.m.
And you didn't happen to catch any of their conversation?
No, I was simply doing my art and drinking my tea.
So they were headed to the harbor probably to do business there. Do you have any friends there or contacts that you could recommend to me?
Well, there is one of your kinsmen down there who works at the wharves. His name is Caillou Shinya.
Caillou. Okay.
Caillou, yes.
All right. Thank you for your time.
You are most welcome, Magistrate.
Okay.
Thank you for your kind donation, and I hope that you enjoy your tiny crab.
Probably not, but it looks nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So yeah, I try to put it gently into my side pouch, and I move towards the port. Sorry, not the port. It's the bay.
Yes.
So the bay is pretty far away. Do I have an idea of how long it'll take me to get there on foot? Oh no, we have ponies already. Yeah, I'm gonna ride there.
You're gonna ride to the wharf.
I'm gonna ride to the wharf.
All right. And
Looking for Caillou Shinya.
yes. So how you want to head towards the Thunder Guards as well, or you're heading towards the Thunder Guard palace or
No.
barracks?
I decide that I don't have time to go off and interrogate the Thunder Guard. So as soon as the Thunder Guard tell me that they couldn't possibly have any information, I will attempt to meet up with Honorable Hida-san at his pub.
Okay. So as you arrive back at the pub, arrive at the pub, you see actually Hida-sama talking to an old man, and then you see, you're pretty sure he's just been hustled because he hands the old man some money, and looks very dissatisfied at being handed a small object. When you're done and you turn around, you see Ryusei just kind of looking at you with a small grin.
I got crab.
I'm sure it's a very lovely crab, Honorable Hida-san.
Not really, but it looks nice. Anyways, I got a name, and I'm gonna investigate. I'm gonna head to the wharf.
While they're conversing in that, you have been riding along with your companion, and you have just passed the border between the civil lands and into the Dragon's Gate area. It doesn't take you long before you point out a large-statured...
Well, he stands above everything else.
Exactly. You can easily point him from a few hundred yards away.
So you heard about me at the Topaz Championship. Thank you. Yes,
He's nowhere near you.
Alright, so I'm doing that sneeze thing.
So like, he's there. We go down that way. Didn't see anyone. No, we'll go find them.
Alright. So, you guys meet up. Now it's time to obviously share your
What have you
information.
discovered then?
It's possible our suspects fled down the river using a boat bought from someone. There's the possibility that a clansman of mine might give more information if we head there.
Do you reckon?
The testimony of two different independent villagers.
No, just them. No, just them. You see,
You trust peasants?
I trust that they wouldn't lie to a magistrate carrying a very large hammer.
take a turn to get to the rope. You want to cast a spell to get out, or you want to actually use the rope?
Peasants are no more likely to lie than any other person in Rokugan.
Do you tend to distrust crane peasants? Is there a lack of honesty among peasants in your land?
They're peasants.
So when
I
you
nod like that's supposed to mean something to me.
come, like all you know is that this giant open
Shall we to the
rope
wharf then?
is just enough room 5 feet along the edges, like right.
I'm anxious to see where this goes.
So, as for the wharfs, you know that there are in fact there are three different distinct wharfs. There is the the northeast wharf, the iron wharf, and the grand wharf. Now,
What's the closest wharf to where we are?
the closest wharf where you guys are, I believe, is the iron wharf.
Okay, so I'll write up the iron wharf then. That's where I want to go.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, we go to the iron wharf.
All right. So as you guys are riding through the city, you see a lot of crime going on.
Picking it, you click.
Witness crimes?
You witness crimes.
Crimes of what nature?
Some petty things, nothing to really, actually waste your time with. But you make a note of who some of these people are, based on how they're dressed,
You take 10 points of poison
and you
damage.
continue along your way.
Give me a constitution saving throw.
Well, what kind of crimes are we witness to? The last time I checked, we're still magistrates, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
You are poisoned.
you see two young children rob an old man of his cup full of coin. In fact, he's an entertainer, the old man.
In the chest.
He is playing some drums.
Alright, I pull over my horse.
Why are you stopping?
Okay, there are 4 giant.
There's a crime. Those boys just robbed that old man.
Honorable Hida-san, is the old man permitted to play his drums in this public street?
That's a question for the oh, that's us, isn't it?
Pass the.
The book has the book has a charter in it.
I know. I want to read it.
So Ryuku pulls out the magistrate's
You're saying
charter.
Right, yeah.
Okay, Raiku pulls out the magistrate's charter and begins reading it to you. It is the responsibility of the magistrate to collect taxes, to do this, do that. Is stopping children robbing an old man part of that? Who knows? Because the charter is very long. But he's reading it at a monotone voice so that you can understand it. Because the crab are, well, I'll just be honest. He's probably being very condescending towards you because you're a crab and he is a crane of high, well, pardon?
Status?
I wouldn't say status, but higher honor.
Higher status.
Are you higher status too? What is your status?
45.
And yours?
30.
Okay, yeah, higher status than it is.
Higher status, glory, and honor.
Condescending.
Oh god, that's amazing.
So what is it? What do you want to read me? What is it you want to read me?
The fact that unless this is a crime that is
The last time I rolled on this, I'm about to bring a second resistance.
more than Scorpion, then
So yeah, who wants to bring the free action?
we don't do
It-
anything about
it's
it.
a
The
realm
Scorpions
with
handle it.
character to
This is still Scorpion
Are you
lands.
ready this ring? Difficult things
The-
is not costly.
The city guard tend to handle petty
That's the
crime.
reason the city guard exists.
Right. Are there any city guard around?
No.
If it was a pair of crab children or mantis children or whatever like that robbing someone of another clan, then that would be a magistrate's issue.
Right. Well, let's just call this a decent thing. I pull my horse over and I catch the kids.
So you're disobeying the orders of a superior, which is to catch those witness.
All in due time. Some things can't be put aside. Where are those kids?
You get off your horse, and you just kind of, you're standing there overlooking the crowd. You see the old man, you see that the kids had actually run down an alley. As you walk towards the alley, you see no one there.
Alright, the alley's completely empty.
The alley is empty, yes.
This was a tremendous waste of time.
Maybe you should find out how the old man is doing.
Okay, I'll turn around and look back at the old man.
Magistrate, how can I help you?
I just saw you get robbed by two small children. Where did they go?
Ah, yes. It wasn't really necessarily that they were robbing me, more that they were taking taxation.
So they're magistrates then. I don't remember seeing them at the barracks.
No, they're not magistrates.
I'm sorry, I don't follow. I'm new to the city.
Ah, understood. Perhaps you should speak with your fellow, more experienced magistrates later on. Until then, have a good day.
Okay. That's bizarre.
Clearly, there's some sort of neighborhood protection organization.
Not
work
small
here.
children.
Well, that use small children as tax collectors, yes.
Alright. I go back to my horse.
Okay.
Your horse looks at you with a very nervous look. He breathed a sigh of relief when he got off of it.
Unfortunately, Alex can't ad-lib for the DM, so your horse...
Oh no, that was in character.
Oh, that was in character. Okay. So, you arrive... Well, I didn't say... You arrive back at your horse or pony and get on it, and you're off again.
Well, while we're riding, or when I get on my horse, I'm going to say, let's be free of this city as quickly as possible. I don't like it here. Most strange.
Oh, hold on.
Strange.
Go on to try to cast Dispel Magic.
Just differently civilized.
I will do that, actually.
An interesting combination of words. I would question the validity of one of them. Different, yes. Alright, to the Iron Wharf, I guess.
Or perhaps alternatively civilized?
And it's the civilized part that I'm having trouble with.
There is no illusion. There is no illusion.
As a magistrate, it is not our duty to police.
The only illusion affects your character.
Yes, duty. Let's go.
Duty is above everything.
Hey, progressing forward.
Alright, to the Iron Wharf.
Yeah, no more delays.
I'm gonna give each of you 5 temporary.
So,
It's 5 off your max.
as you're traveling, Sekune begins telling you all about what the Iron Wharf is.
Mitsukuni is one of the other magistrates riding with us?
Yes.
Alright.
He is, in fact, yes, he is the other magistrate riding with you, whose page I seem to have lost because it has the description of exactly the information you need.
Is he in here as well?
He might be.
Sitting around the campfire are 2 stone guns. They appeal to
I just need to find. So, crab, crane. There he is.
There is.
I hope
So the way this is, you come down.
As he's riding his horse very surely and steadily, he pulls up beside you. He goes, "That was your first time dealing with the scorpion, I assume."
I've been dealing with them for the last couple of days. That's the first time that I've been absolutely baffled by their response.
They speak in riddles. So, I want to give you some information. And this is free amongst you and I.
Okay, that's good because I'm pretty sure I'm out of money to spend on information for today.
Have you already spent your magistrate's salary?
No, but I still need to eat. So
Have you lost it at gambling?
no,
Was it with some women?
no.
Well then, perhaps you will listen very closely.
Sure.
So where we are going, the Iron Wharf. Do you know what makes the crab so powerful?
Yes.
And what is that?
Why don't you tell me?
So, suffice to say, as much as you are hardened warriors on land, you are also hardened warriors at sea. Hence why the mantis have always stayed away from your particular area. Now, do you know what the crab are actually really good at making?
War.
And ships. Just as well as the mantis. Problem is the mantis have, they've secured that right of we make the best and the fastest ships. And which is true, they do make actually the best and the fastest ships. But a crab ship, it can take on a fleet of mantis ships because it is hardened, like your heart as a warrior. Now, when we get to the Iron Wharf, you are going to see many of your kin. Maybe not directly your kin, but your clan.
Thank goodness. Finally, some sensible people.
But I take it you do not have much battle experience, young one.
I was almost Topaz champion.
But almost is not the same as being. You have the same pride as a crab.
You see my beard? It's amazing.
Yes, it is quite lovely. Now just remember, the crab in their natural habitat can sometimes be tough on the outside but crude on the inside. Be careful amongst even your own kind. Remember, you are a magistrate. You are not their clansman, and our first duty is to the Emperor.
I will remember the lesson.
Very well.
Now, can we get on with it?
Yes, absolutely. So he kind of draws his horse back, and he looks at you, and he's like,
We both kind of do this.
"You are too young as well to really understand the lesson. The dragon might understand, but be careful. We are not at home." So you eventually do arrive at the wharves after some not considerable travel time, but it took you guys about 45 minutes on that. People cleared the way. As you are entering in towards the Iron Wharf area, you see mighty crab ships docked in the water. Like big warships. Huge masts. These things look like to be about 1.5 to 2 feet thick. There's battlements across the decks. There's many aspects that make this ship look very intimidating.
It's a good ship.
There's some people working on it. There's merchants and that who have the crab mons up, and everybody kind of just doing kind of their own thing. There are in fact several crab warriors in the mist wearing traditional crab armor. So, what would you like to do from here?
I'll take the lead. I'm looking for Caillou Shinya, so I'm going to ride up to the nearest shipwright I can find and ask by that name.
Ah, yes. He is with Ichiro over there, talking business.
And who does he point out? Like, when I follow his finger, who am I seeing?
So, as you look over, you look across the crowd, and you see a gentleman wearing some very fine and elegant scorpion regalia.
Okay.
Dressed very nicely, hands clasped together as he's talking to your clansmen.
Okay. Oh, okay, so I approach.
You approach.
Yep.
So as you approach, two scorpion samurai quickly step in front of you. Magistrate, how may we assist you?
I've come looking for Caillou Shinya.
Ah, Shinya is busy with our diplomat. Perhaps you would like to make an appointment.
Unfortunately, I don't think this can wait. We have a situation.
They both look at each other. Is this a situation that needs to be discussed on the outside or on the inside?
On the inside.
In this massive room,
Then perhaps an appointment will
massive room, there are
speed things along.
bits of that same mud that you counted earlier. 5 fossilized statues of stone going.
Right, can you deal with this?
There is a massive.
These are your people,
kite.
These are not my people.
but the person you wish to talk to is your people.
And he's being blocked from me. Can you remove the blockage? Or do I need to start swinging?
Perhaps if we made an appointment for some 5 minutes ago.
I like that thought. We'd like an appointment for 5 minutes ago.
There is a
And you're late.
stone giant, which is like right next to there.
One of the samurai pulls out a scroll. It's like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's the Emperor calling.
Oh. Well, perhaps you are aware of who our master is.
Perhaps you're aware of who our master is. As Emil Magistrate, so believe this is our jurisdiction, and where I'm afraid we're going to have to insist.
Very well, magistrate. You would like to speak to Ichiro?
No. Caillou Shinya.
Oh, the crab.
Yes.
Well, hold on then. One of them kind of slinks back, turns around, and whispers into the scorpion's ear. He leans forward and looks at you, and looking back at you is this dark black mask with large red lips, like smiling, horns, and like protruding in that. The mask is actually quite elegant. It looks like an oni that you would probably have to fight on the wall.
Reminds me of home, yeah.
Magistrate, if you would be so kind, I would need about 10 minutes of his time. Then we can all sit and have a cup of tea and discuss this situation.
With all due respect, we're in a bit of a hurry. There is a fugitive on the run, and even 10 minutes time means the difference between apprehension and not. I assure you we'll be out of here as quickly as humanly possible. But please, let us continue our investigation.
They look back at Kenya, or sorry, They look back.
Caillou Shinya.
Caillou, yes. And Caillou steps forward. It's like, Magistrate, what do you so desire?
4 crab samurai and a scorpion woman passed this way early this morning. Did you see them?
I see crab samurai every 5 minutes. You'll have to be a little bit more specific than
You
that.
would have recognized them. They were escorting one woman early this morning.
Escorting
She would have
a
been
woman.
dressed as a geisha.
Horrible gaki last night. Oh, stole my memories. Geisha. Well, there's not many geisha in this area, but if there's one, check the holds of the ship.
This ship right here.
Do you see any other ship around you?
Thank you very much. Magistrates?
Pardon?
I said, oh, well.
Yes. So, you turn around, and of course, it's still very busy in that. There is a large walkway heading towards the ship.
Okay.
This is your ship, sir?
You are addressing
The person who was speaking.
Caillou Shinya, yeah.
Kayushinya? No, it is not my ship.
Your ship is
It's one of the crab lords. I'm not sure who. It's here for repair and to...
Are you looking after the ship?
No, this has nothing to do with me.
So whose hands is this ship put into?
The dock master? Would you have any questions for Caillou?
Not at this time, no.
Alright, so, yeah, again, you turn around. Where is the dockmaster? Probably standing over there someplace.
Go find the dockmaster.
Okay.
I'm gonna head directly to the ship.
So, and where do you want to head to?
I will accompany Honorable Hidasama, but I will not join him on the ship. I will stay at the end of the dock. Actually, standing at the foot of the gangway after allowing him to board.
I charge up the gangway.
At the top of the gangway, there are 2 crab samurai standing guard, and they put their spears in a cross formation as you reach the top.
Right. I'm here on official imperial business.
The nature of your business?
A murder.
Of?
A crab.
The 2 samurai look at each other. What crab?
Who's leading the investigation here? You or me?
What investigation? Last I remember, you're not wearing anything Emerald Magistrate colors. You're in your armor.
Sorry, excuse me. I assume it would be you since you were asking the questions.
Very good. So how about you get out of my way and let me conduct my investigation? Or do I need to bring my crane over here?
Well, here's the problem. Our lord currently has several visitors aboard the ship.
What lord?
Yasuki Naboko.
Ah, Yasuki. Love him. Now.
Her.
Sure. Sure.